Hello guys, CarnivorousMonster here, and I am back on my Mass Effect walkthrough. If you didn't understand that, it's because I was mumbling a bit. I do apologise, and my cat's just walked in. Don't know what she's gonna do. She'll probably jump on me, but oh well. So we were talking to Ashley here. Got to the subject about her sister and how they bonded, so let's continue.
Where were you when this was going on?
I was on active duty. Sarah's graduating high school this year. This was only a couple of years back. They were on Amaterasu. At the time, I was assigned to Chernobyl. Same cluster, but a dozen LY away. Close enough to talk regularly, too far to make it back in an emergency. I couldn't afford a fast packet flight.
No means no.
If he really liked her, he wouldn't be pushy.
Yeah, of course. If he didn't ask at all, I'd wonder if he thought Sarah was ugly. Damned if you do, damned if you don't. Mike thought they'd go for a romantic walk in the woods, because he figured it was past time they did the deed. She levered Mike face first into a tree.
Oh.
Didn't have a scratch on her. Good thing Mom and Dad had us all learn some kind of self-defense.
Mom.
I took emergency leave and walked Sarah to school for a few days.
Happened with Mike.
Did anything happen while you were home?
My last day out, Mike was waiting for us. Sarah had told her friends, so everyone at school knew what he did. He wasn't happy. I wanted to snap him in half, but Sarah gave me this look, this let me handle it, I need to do this alone look. She kept her cool, God bless her, as he screamed in her face. She just let him vent. Then he tried to punch her.
Oh.
I swear, she just flowed around him. Next thing I knew, he's face down on the sidewalk, and his blood
She's jumped on me. Oh, sorry. She hit him?
She cracked him in the face. Good.
When he swung, she wasn't there anymore, and he fell. She helped him stop the bleeding and had me call an ambulance. She told the paramedics he fell. Before they took him to the hospital, Mike touched Sarah's arm. I thought he was gonna end up on the ground again. But he hung his head, whispered, "I'm sorry," and started crying.
Aww.
She hugged him. The Williams women are a decisive bunch, Commander. We do things when we're ready. Not before, not after.
Interesting story.
Where was your father during this? Wasn't your family stationed near him?
Okay.
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone.
Oh, beautiful.
For
Oh
always
God, not
roaming
anymore.
with a hungry heart, much
Bored
have I
now.
seen and known.
Is the rest of your life story this dull?
Not everyone can win the Star of Terra, Commander. Some of us just live ordinary. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though. So behave.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now.
Ah, good.
That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
Your beliefs are your business. I'm your commanding officer, not your moral compass.
Just my commanding officer, huh? We'll have to see about that.
What are you saying, Williams?
Me? I'm not saying anything, Skipper. I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
Ah, okay.
What's your opinion?
Not sure I buy Dr. Tassoni's story about her and her mom not talking.
Not everyone's as close to their family as you are.
Yeah, that's true. It's funny, I never really thought about that before. Too bad those ruins got destroyed. I mean, they lasted thousands of years. That's impressive.
Oh, goodbye.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward
I think
to it,
she wants a
Skipper.
relationship with me.
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with CSEC a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen
I'll
some.
bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember the Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit
Disturbing?
What happened? Why were you investigating them?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly.
Ooh.
We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
Hello. Is this common?
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the psychos. I remember this one L-Corps diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs. Had the station in a bit of a panic.
God.
But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
What did you find?
So how did you
It's always
figure
good
out
to
what
have
was
these
happening?
backstories of people.
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. After a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Salarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for
What?
a full set.
They're 4 balls.
Somebody's making a killing out there.
What did you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
Interviewing?
You mean threatened? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body. Some of them fragile. That was our big break. These people weren't just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes. Walking, living test tubes.
Test tubes.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies. Then he harvested them and sold them off.
You alright?
Most of the victims were poor.
Just struck my
Paid
cat,
them
sorry.
each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
Ah, she's on me
Got what
now.
he deserved.
Ugh.
That's the worst
Hello.
part. We never caught him.
Don't tell me that.
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out,
Hello.
the ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
They just let him go?
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. He just used them to make more organs.
I agree, I see.
Well, you can't get them all.
No, but letting him get away like that. All they had to do was disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it all.
You're wrong.
If you don't care about the fate of those hostages, then you're no better than he is. You're just a terrorist with a badge.
Yeah, maybe you're right. It doesn't make it any easier, but I see your point. Just wish I could have stopped.
What are you gonna do? Jesus. Sorry, it's my cat again.
Do you have any idea what happened to
Ow.
Dr. Salion?
Stop.
I sent out feelers
Stop
from
clawing
time to
me.
time, hoping to find something.
Ow.
I thought I'd found him a while back.
It
He
is.
changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart. His idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
Give it to me.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
Hello, you're
I was
right.
hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
Oh, she's nice. She loves it when I do this. Ow. Don't do that. You're hurting me, you know. Oh.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Glad you're feeling better.
Good to see you smiling again.
No, she's not smiling.
Speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my
I
pilgrimage,
love
though.
my cat.
I know Steren's our top priority, but with all the world to
Ow.
go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
You stupid cat.
We've still got a long way to go. You'll find something to take back.
Yes, but it cannot just be some derelict ship my people